Welcome to this series of lectures on computer architecture. Today we will be learning about floating point multiplication algorithm. So we will take up one problem example for performing this floating point multiplication, and the problem statement is given to us like this. Mr. David is a processor designer at IBM and he is visiting your college for an internship interview. During the interview, Mr. David asks you to sketch the flowchart for floating point multiplication and also check the working of it with the following numbers. So x is equal to 4.5 to the base 10 and y is equal to 11.25 to the base 10. Provide an appropriate solution. So in the question they have given it is floating point multiplication, and we need to perform the floating point multiplication for 4.5 base 10 into 11.25 to the base 10, right? So first of all we need to go for the flow chart. Okay, so flow chart for representing the or completing the corresponding floating point multiplication algorithm. So the first step, okay, so in floating point multiplication is we need to represent the given numbers, two floating point numbers, in the scientific notation. So when you represent the given numbers in scientific notation, what it becomes? 4.5 into 10 to the power 1 and 11.25 into 10 to the power 1, right? Now after representing in scientific notation, the first step is after multiplication. Okay, so the product or the result, what exponent should it have? So that we need to determine the exponent of the result. We need to determine, that is the first step. So you can directly add the exponent of the first number, that is first floating point number which is given, and the second floating point number given. So directly if you are performing this addition, it becomes 1 plus 1, because the first number exponent is 1 and the second number is also 1, right? So the new exponent or the result exponent, the product will have the exponent 2. The same exponent calculation, okay, new exponent calculation can be done using bias. When we are doing bias, okay, so there will not be any problem for arriving at a correct answer. So in this case we had only positive exponents, two positive exponents, and when adding two positive exponents, the result is directly, it is easy to calculate. But whenever we are having negative exponents, we should not end up with the wrong answer. So the straightforward method, okay, is calculating new exponent. In calculating new exponent is by using bias. So what is the bias for single precision format? It is 127, that we all know, right? So first floating point exponent is 1, so that we are adding with the exponent, that is bias 1 plus 127, plus the second floating point number also has exponent 1, okay, that also we are adding it with 127 bias, minus the bias of single precision format, that is 127. Okay, first we add up the bias with the original exponent of the two floating point numbers given and subtract with the bias of the single precision format 127. So now what is the value? We will get 128 plus 128 minus 127, which is equal to 129. Now what value we need to add, so that with the bias, with the single precision bias, to get 129? Single precision bias is 127, that we all know. So if we add 2 with 127, we will get 129. So in this way we can also obtain the new exponent. So 2 is the new exponent. Okay, so this is the procedure, a method, a correct method to calculate the new exponent. So that is the first step. So first we are doing representing the given floating point numbers in scientific notation. After representing in scientific notation, the first step is finding the new exponent value. Next, step 2. Step 2 is very simple. We are going to multiply the significant. So significant is the part that before the exponent value. Okay, so that is 4.5 and 11.25 is the significant. So 4.5 into 11.5 we are going to perform normal multiplication. So when you perform the normal multiplication, you will get 50.625. right? 50.625 as the answer. Now, what is the exponent we have calculated for this? 2. So, it is into 10 to the power of 2. Why it is 10? Because the given notation is in decimal. Okay. So, the given base is 10. So, into 10 to the power 2. Now, what is the step 3? Step 3 is very important. Normalize the result. So, the result we had in the previous, the product we have got is in unnormalized notation. Why it is unnormalized? There should not be any leading 0 to the left of the decimal point. So, leading 0 means there should not be any value, okay, any value, 0 value which is available to the left of the decimal point. So, if that is the case, if any number has 0 to the left of the decimal point, it is unnormalized number. So, to make, we need to shift it, okay. So, here in this case, we need to shift this 0 to the right of the decimal point so that the given product, okay, the obtained product becomes normalized. Okay, so when you shift to the right, a digit from left to right, so the exponent value is incremented. Whenever you shift a particular value from right to left, the exponent value is decremented. So it is 2 plus 1, 3, because we have shifted this 0 from left of the decimal point to the right. So it is 2 plus 1, 3. So the final answer is plus 5.0625 into 10 to the power 3. Okay, because both numbers are positive, answer is represented as positive. Okay, so this is the final answer.